Hi, Jim. I wonder if you could if you could be God and I could be Jesse and ask you a question. Well, I'm confused. I've heard a lot of guidance about suffering and trauma as a path for me to become closer to you. And I find that confusing. And I look at myself and I say, okay, maybe I haven't lived a traumatized life, so I'm not able to be close to you. Or maybe I haven't suffered enough to come close to you. And then I think, well, I have suffered. We've all suffered. But is that the path to become closer to you? And if so, what the hell? I don't want to have to suffer to become close to you. So I'm confused.
I'll be God. Yes, you are. Yeah, you're really, trust me, you're really confused. You're really confused. But I'll say this. In the sincerity of your question, the light shines bright. See? I think that's what God says. We're all confused. But the light shines out through it. That's my sense. Anything else?
Hi, James.
Rachel, I can't see you. Where are you?
John, we talked this morning. I want to ask you, it seems that the wisdom traditions of the world say in various different ways that we're basically in good hands. And some people apparently feel the presence of those hands more so than others. And that's not fair, is it?
I'll share you a story. Just to come up with the talk last night about trauma, suffering. It was Maureen and I. We were in a two-office suite together. We were both therapists in this suite, and we were driving in Santa Monica to our office, and we were at a red light, and there was a woman going from car to car with a styrofoam cup, begging for money. Did I share this yesterday? No. Okay. And when she got to our car, Maureen put the window down, and when she gave her $1, we saw the woman had no hands. She, on her shortened arms, were two little deformed fingers like this. And she took the dollar like this in a styrofoam cup and said, "Thank you." And Maureen said, "You're welcome." And Maureen said, "Have a good day." And the woman said, "You too." She put the window back up on the Lexus and we drove on in silence. And Maureen said, "I wonder what kind of good day you have when you have no hands and you have no home." And I said, "Yes." And I said, "Just think. She's just one of thousands and thousands and thousands of people living in horrendous circumstances, and a lot of them are going to die that way. A lot. They're going to die that way today. They're dying right now, this way all over the world." And then I realized we were going to our psychotherapy office, and I was sitting with people from noon till 9 at night, and they had a home and they had hands, but they could not abide themselves with trauma. And I could feel myself shutting down. I was getting in touch with too much trauma at once. And they were counting on me not to do that. They were this way. And then I realized something that when we would be sitting together in the room, my office, it was on the we were on the first floor of this room. It was in an alleyway, and about 15 feet below the alleyway, there was a dumpster there. And every so often, I'd be sitting with someone in therapy, and you could hear someone on the grocery cart coming down and flipping open that dumpster looking for cans and bottles. And just 15 feet away, we were sitting together in the room paying $150 an hour to discuss their problems. And 15 feet away was somebody living this way, that close, this way, like this. And I realized something like this, that when someone, here's what if someone comes into the therapy and they come to the place where they're at the edge of the hurting place, and I say to them, if we don't get close enough to touch it, it festers. If we get too fast, too soon, you'll be re-traumatized in here, and it won't be safe. Okay? So let's back off. Let's back off. And let's back off to get reestablished this way. And I would often ask the people in therapy to how much they wanted their spirituality to be a resource in their therapy this way. And some people would say no, which is fine. I never mentioned it. But it would often be implicitly very spiritual. See? But some people, they would want it to be this way. So I would say, let's back off and let's get regrounded in knowing that God's present here with whoever we would say. And then once we're regrounded, let's come back again to touch the hurting place with love. And to keep touching the hurting place with love till the suffering dissolves in love and only love is left. And as often as you need to keep backing off to get reestablished in the depth of love from which you draw up from that love the courage to touch the hurting place, by doing that over and over and over and over, you are transformed this way, like that. And so it isn't fair, but the world isn't fair. The world is an eloquent, beautiful, brutal, brief, unfair, unraveling place that God so loved that he sent his only begotten Son and walked this earth this way with us, like this. And he was executed. See? And the light of the resurrection shines bright out of it, like that. So that's my sense of it. You know. Do one more.